Hey, what's up guys? It's Mevoda here. Hello. And I am back on the Vortex server. We are here at spawn, and you may notice that the map is missing. 'Cause I am a griefer. No, 'cause I decided it's about time we upgrade our map here. Before it was just on some, jack-o'-lanterns, pretty simple little thing. But SAP mapped out our whole spawn continent here. So I went ahead and duplicated each map so we could make it double-sided, and I worked out a design in creative, so I may have to 3, 4, 5, 6. I will go here. So I may have to consult to my screenshot every once in a while, but I think I pretty much got it. And while we build this, I think I'm gonna do kind of a talky kind of episode. In my last, was it my last episode? No, it's been a couple episodes now. But in my last talking type of episode, I talked a lot about music and my history with music and stuff, because I am a musician. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sorry. So yeah, as I mentioned, I am a musician. Seems like a couple of the guys on the server, at least, really like that episode. It's nice. It's nice. I like the other guys on the server when I see their talking episodes, and I get to find out a little bit more about the people that you play this game with. But anyway, in the comments, Larson, who runs the server here, mentioned, hey, why don't you talk about your Minecraft history a little bit? And that's certainly something that could be a topic I could talk about for a pretty extended amount of time. I've been playing this game for a while, so yeah, today I think we'll talk about that. But we'll even branch out a little further, and we'll kind of just go back in my video game history a little bit. Because the kind of games you play has a lot to do with the people you play it with. And in my case, a lot of times it was my brothers. I do have 2 brothers, one older and one younger, just by a couple years, and they both play a fair amount of video games. And over the years, we've all definitely played a lot of video games together. So, a lot of my video game experience and history does stem from, games I've played with my brothers and stuff, which is pretty cool. And I think the one really worth mentioning first is it was a game that came out, it was before World of Warcraft, but very similar, style. It was an MMORPG, and it was called Dark Ages of Camelot, and it was by far, to this day, probably one of the best PvP games I've ever played. The PvP in that game was amazing. It was so much fun. And that was something me and my brothers all used to play a lot together. We were on the same, guild, and we'd run around and do PvP together. There was some PvE stuff too, but it was all basically so you could get to the PvP, because the PvP in the game was awesome. And then after that, we all started playing World of Warcraft a bit, and that kind of stuff, and jumped around to all different types of games. A couple of other ones, like ones that were like RTS games, like real-time strategy. Like there was this game Lord of Ultima that me and my younger brother used to play. Before that, there was one that all 3 of us used to play called Travian. So all types of games with my brothers. And then, you know, I've also hit my periods where I wasn't playing any video games at all. So that happens every once in a while. Okay. But at one point or another, my older brother mentioned this new game, Minecraft. It's like a sandbox game. It's kind of like Legos, which is something, again, me and my brothers grew up playing like crazy. When we were little kids, Legos was like where it was at. So he mentioned this game, and also at the time I was teaching a lot of trumpet lessons and drum lessons at, you know, this music store which I work at to this day. And while I was teaching, a lot of my students who were really into video games also mentioned, you know, Minecraft. They've all been playing Minecraft. So eventually, you know, I downloaded it. This was, oh man, it's hard to even say now. I mean, I know it was pre-release. It was an early version, and I built a cool little castle type of thing, and I remember I built half a castle, and then I learned that you could cook cobblestone and make it into smooth stone, and it like changed my world, and I like redid my whole castle and stuff. But anyway, as far as my, you know, with my brothers and stuff, we you know, my younger brother would play a little bit, but it was mostly my older brother, and we did some it was that survival island map. We had watched the Yogg's cast guys do it, and we're like, oh, that looks fun. So we tried that, and it was pretty cool. And you know, I'd play in my single player and stuff like that. And I stopped playing around when Villages first came out. I think at the time it was still like there was Villages and there was Villagers, but the Villagers couldn't even trade yet. They didn't even do anything. They like just added them. So around then is when I stopped playing Minecraft for a while actually. And how did I do this? I know I did something else. Oh yeah. It was like that. I believe. Yeah. Because then I did this. So I either like stopped playing video games or got into another game or something. And then there hit a point where I needed a new video game. I like hadn't been playing video games too much, and I wanted something to kind of mess around with. So oh man, how do I do this? Now I have to look at the screenshot. Oh yeah, okay, that's why this doesn't go as high. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. But yeah, you know, I jumped around to some other games. I tried a little like League of Legends and stuff, and you know, some other random, all kinds of stuff. But then eventually I just wanted to try Minecraft again. I still had it on my computer, and I'm like, you know, that game was fun. I want to try that game again. And when I did, you know, as I say, it was still on my computer, and I went to go start, how do I do this? Oh, that's why. Okay. So, you know, the game started updating, and I noticed already just in the, you know, log in the load-in screen that there was a lot of new stuff in this game. A lot of new stuff that I knew nothing about. As I said, it had been a while, and So I started looking up tutorials on YouTube, and one of the first guys I stumbled across was Paul Suarez Jr. And I started watching a couple of his, like, you know, survive and thrive videos. And very like and this isn't a diss on or I don't mean this in a bad way at all. Very kind of like Minecraft for Dummies sort of tutorial, I felt. In the way that it doesn't get too crazy into all the mechanics. Like when he shows you redstone, it's not like very high-tech redstone, but it's very easy to follow and very like user-friendly, which was, I found, extremely helpful when I was getting back into the game and I was trying to learn things. And then, you know, eventually I would go to other videos and stuff for more advanced tutorials and stuff like that. But through that, and through Paul Suarez Jr., I discovered, you know, the Minecraft server. Started watching videos of those guys, and it looked really, really fun, actually. You know, watching all the, you know, builds they would do together, and the way they'd prank each other and mess with each other. So I started looking around on the internet, you know, for, you know, vanilla multiplayer servers to join. And that's when I had stumbled upon the server that I did used to play on. That was the co-op Force server. And started playing there. And it was really, really, really cool. I noticed that their spawn, like, they didn't have a sheep farm, so I built a huge, gigantic sheep farm, and you know, pretty quick into doing it, and like everybody started using it, and they're like, oh man, this is like the most useful farm, I always need colored wool. And I remember just being so psyched, like, oh man, I like built this thing and all these people are using it, and I did a pretty cool design with it. And I had these like a giant shear in the middle of the, you know, pixel art shears on top of the building in the center and stuff like that. And yeah, it was just lots of fun. One thing I just realized is I did not bring enough signs over. I underestimated how many I would need for this. I forgot that I was putting signs on all the glowstone too. And another thing I should mention, I have a couple of villagers down near my zombie grinder that I had converted from zombie villagers. So I did a little bit of trading with them. Luckily, I had a priest and a blacksmith that both had a gold trade. So that's how I was able to get the 16 emeralds. I knew making stuff, you know, cost gold at my tavern would come in handy one day. Oh, another thing I forgot is I don't want to do this. What is this? So yeah, luckily I had enough gold. I was able to get 16 emeralds rather quickly and really easily. So this is the basic design minus a few signs here. Just got to put some, not signs, item frames, and put some more emeralds in them. So, but those are going to go up there. Let's put the maps in place and see how the thing looks as a finished product. Let's do this like 1, 2, 3, 4. That was dumb. Should have done it like this. Just trying to not lose the order of these. Okay, so this one's gonna go there. 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 Looking good so far. Okay. So as I was saying before I cut myself off. I was playing on the co-op 4 server for a while, and I was an admin there and stuff. And just about when I was joining this server, coincidentally, things started to kind of die down over there. A lot of the guys had gone to like a Feed the Beast server. There was always a Feed the Beast server and a vanilla server. And for a little while the Feed the Beast server had shut down, but then they started using a new Feed the Beast pack, the Dire Wolf pack. So most of those guys are doing that now. You know, co-op 4 server is still up. There's just nobody ever on there. But what else? So yeah, it was towards the end of my playing on that server, and you know, a couple months before I joined this server, that I started doing YouTube videos and stuff. And that has been pretty much my history with Minecraft. I guess I kind of gave a brief overview. Ooh, I think this looks pretty nice, actually. Cool. I know it's a pretty brief overview, but covered most of the stuff. Talked about my brothers, which I said is definitely an important part of my video game history, is my older and younger brother. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today. I hope the rest of the guys on the server like this. I'm gonna go back to my base and make a couple more item frames and just finish that up there. Whoa, did I forget? Yeah, I did. But yeah, I think this looks better than the jack-o'-lanterns that were there before. And let me just see. I feel like coming at it from a... Yeah, it looks pretty cool far away too. Nice, I like this. And as I said, I think it adds a nice contrast to all the stone stuff that's going on around here. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did. And photobomb by Sepson. And yeah, take it easy, guys. See you next time.